guys, so this video today is going to be a little bit different than the videos I've been doing lately. Usually I've been doing like tutorials and things like that, and I thought today I would do a video about foundations. Specifically foundations that I have discovered blend really well together. So I've been on a little bit of a foundation kick like partly for my kit and partly for myself. I'm just like really interested in trying new foundations and what's the best and what's going to be the best to carry in my kit, because it's like I do a variety of age groups and skin tones, and I want to have enough for everybody, but I don't want to carry 100 bottles. So I'm always trying to find that holy grail that is going to work for the masses. I don't think that really exists, and that's one of the reasons why I've been blending foundations. So for example, the first one I want to talk about today, I'm going to grab two here. This is MAC Studio Sculpt, which is kind of like a gel medium coverage foundation, and then a classic MAC Face and Body. This is a very liquidy foundation, but it's got a film former in it, so as you blend it, it sets, and it sets really, really well. This one, even though it has more coverage, the wear time is not quite as long. Like I would say this is probably about 6 to 8 hours, where this is probably more like the 8 to 10 hour mark because of that film former. It really stays in place and it doesn't transfer. And I've discovered that these foundations blended together really work really nicely, and you kind of get the thickness of the gel, but the liquidity of this Face and Body, and then the long wearing properties of this one, but the blendability of this one, and I really like these two together. The other two that I found work really, really well is this new CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, which is a really great foundation, I think, especially for the drugstore. But I find with me, when I put it on my skin, because I don't have very oily skin and I'm, not a teenager, obviously, I need something with a little more luminosity, a little more buoyancy in the formula, rather than something with lots of powder in it that's going to set and potentially break and crack as I smile and talk, because my skin is not 20 years old. So I love the MAC Next to Nothing foundation, and a lot of people I think are not huge fans of this because it doesn't really have any coverage, and it's kind of like, well, what's the point? But even though it doesn't have a lot of coverage, it provides this beautiful, beautiful finish, and it gives you a little bit of tint. So if you have like really good, perfect skin, but you want a little something to make you look a little more polished, I love the MAC Next to Nothing. I've even used it on clients that maybe are getting photos done and they have good skin, they don't normally wear makeup, but they want a little something, and this has really been within their comfort zone. Then this one is a little more medium coverage. I wouldn't call it full, I'd say medium buildable, but very powdery and almost like talky on the dry down. So for me, it emphasizes lines, it emphasizes pores and things of that nature, but I do believe in this foundation. I think there's a lot of potential. So these two together, I found work really, really great. And that's actually what I'm wearing today. This was actually my latest find today. I was like, that looks good. So that's kind of the combination that prompted me to make this video. So two great foundations on their own, but depending on your skin type, even better together. And then the other combination that I have at the ready that I have tried recently, and there's probably more coming, are the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick, and then also the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. Now this one I find to be almost a little waxy, but I think it's a great foundation. When I went to the store, the person at Sephora had color matched me. I happen to believe in my own ability to color match myself, but I sometimes just like to let the person that works there kind of do the talking. So this foundation, I love it. It's definitely heavy, and you have to be careful not to apply too much. It's like apply a little bit and then blend it in and almost wait a little bit for it to set down a little bit, and then you might realize that you have more down than you thought you did. Kind of like if you ever airbrush. I always found that if I'm airbrushing foundation, I have to stop right before I have too much. Otherwise, you go too far and you're like, oh, that's too much makeup, and then you just see the makeup. It's kind of like this. Like I've made the mistake of doing too much, and I just look like a big, cakey, makeup-y mess. However, a lot of people like it because it does give you that good coverage. And I've been really pleased with the Fast Base Makeup Revolution foundation stick. I think it's a great color. I got a color that was pretty fair for me. I ordered it online and it matches okay, but if I get a little bit of tan, these two together go fantastically well. And the formulas are similar. I haven't used this one enough to really know it in and out, but I can say that I've used it on its own and I've used these two together, and these two are a winning combo. So those are the three combinations I have for now. I'll probably update this and show you some more soon. And you might be wondering, like, well, what's the point of combining foundations? Well, it's like if you find foundations that are different, but they have properties in each of them that you really love, you can bring them together. And sometimes, not always, they blend really nicely and they're better together. And those are three examples that I have found. So let me know if you have any of your own combinations. I know a lot of you out there probably have some that I've never even thought of, and I would love to know. And any comments below are appreciated. Please take the time to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.